Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic related to Angular service dependency injection, where we will learn about the optional decorator. Okay, so we will see why do we need optional decorator, what are the benefits of it, and what are the syntax or structure that we are supposed to follow in order to implement optional decorator. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to create a Angular service and use optional dependency injection with it. Okay, and for the complete free course you can refer the Sharmit digital course book. The link is available in the description box, and it is completely free for all of you, so you can just simply watch not only for the Angular but for other technologies as well. Okay, alright, so let's get started. Here you can see in the app.component.html file we have Angular 19 course by Sharmit. That is nothing but a heading. Now after this heading we will put another heading that will tell you the topic name. So let me write it here, h2, and here I will write using optional decorator for dependency injection. Okay, so here what we are going to do, we are going to use the optional decorator for dependency injection. In bracket I can write service in Angular, okay, so that you can relate it with a service. Perfect. So this is the heading. Now with this heading, one thing is sure that we need one service, right? So let's create the service. So to create the service you can simply run the command which is ng, which is for Angular g generate s service, and then the folder name. So in my case I will give it as a name folder, my folder, then slash, and after slash the name of the service. So I want to create it with name logger, and then press enter. So once you press enter, it will wait for a few seconds, and you can see two files is created in new folder, my folder. Here we have logger.service.spec.ts, which we are not going to touch because this is something that we will be using at the time of testing, but not now. Second, we have logger.service.ts. This is the main file where we are going to implement the logic and will try to understand the meaning of optional decorator. Okay. Alright, so firstly we will write the logic in this file only, and then one by one I will show you. Like firstly we will implement the thing that is normal without optional decorator, and then I will edit the code to explain you the use of optional decorator. Okay. Alright, so now let's write the method here. So let me clear this up because I don't need a constructor as of now. Here I will just create one method which is log, and here I will receive one message type of string, and then we will use curly braces. Inside this curly braces we will simply print the message on console screen. So console.log, and here I will print the message with log, comma, and message. That's it. Okay, so this is our simplest logic ever. What we did, we created a service. In that service we just created one method that will accept the message as a string, and then it will append it with log text and print the message on a console screen. That's it. Now to use this service in your application, in your component, what we will do, we will go to app.component.ts. Here we will expand it for now, and here we will define a constructor or maybe inject, which we discussed in last session. For now I am using constructor, and here I will inject my service. So I will just simply write here private colon and private, then logger colon and logger service, and then curly braces open close. So this is the thing that I want to use. As of now we are going to make the modification here only because we want to learn about the optional decorator, but firstly I will show you without optional decorator, then I will show you with optional decorator, so it will give you the idea like why do we use it. Okay, now in this main file, like we have this service file and we have this component.ts file. So in this component.ts file, after declaring this thing, we will create one method that will send the message to the service. So for that I will write here say hello, opening closing parenthesis and curly braces. Inside this I will write this dot logger dot log. We will also make modification here later, but I'll show you as it now. So button was clicked, okay, and then you can simply save it. That's it. So what we are going to do here, we have created this method. So whenever user like through any button, we will call this function. What this function will do, it will send this message to the service, and that's very simple, right? Okay, now let's go to app.component.html. Here I will add one HR to separate out the things with the actual content, and here I will create one button. So button is ready. In button we will write here click me, okay, and here in button part I will write click method, and upon use it with say hello with parenthesis, because this is a method. That's it. I hope this part till here there is no doubt, because this is something that we have already discussed multiple times. Now I will run this application. So ngserve -- open enter, wait for a few seconds, and then it will show you the output in a browser, and then we will verify the output, and then later on we will use the optional decorator. That is our main topic. So you can see we have this button, and we have Angular 19 course by Sharmit heading, and the secondary heading is using optional decorator for dependency. Oh, maybe there is a spelling mistake, so you can avoid it for now. Dependency injection service in Angular, and we are printing the message on console. So that's why, like, open the inspect. In inspect we have this thing, click on console, and when I click on this button, you can see it print the message log button was clicked. Again log button was clicked multiple time. That how number of time I will click here, it will repeat that message. Okay, so this is something that is working perfectly whenever if there is no issue with the service. But now the role of optional comes. Suppose from service, if we remove this part that is provided in root, and we all know that this line tells the Angular that we can inject this service anywhere in the application root level, right? But what if we didn't mention this thing? So in this case, if you save it, and you can see it is showing nothing, that means the code is breaked. Okay, so that is the issue, because if service is not, maybe later on any developer change and they change it from root to any other, or just simply remove the provided end. So in that case it will break the program, right? And if you check the inspect console, it will show you that it is throwing the error. Now to handle this thing, because if it is not working as expected, that means if it is not performing the logic written in the service, that is fine, but at least it should not got break. So in this case, what we will do, we will simply go to app.component.html. Here we will make use of Angular optional decorator. So just simply write here @. Here I will write optional with capital O, and this is completely case sensitive, so make sure that use it in same way. Okay, and while writing this optional here, make sure that you have added in this position also. That means if you have not imported it, it won't work. And also after this logger service, we will write pipe symbol, and here we will write simply null. Okay, now once we mention null here, it shows this thing, this .logger dot is throwing error. Why? Because object is possibly null. So if object is null, then in that case it will throw error. Then how we will handle it? So if object is null, you want to handle, just simply put question mark after this logger, and that's it. So what it will do now, not angular bracket, only question mark. So what it will do, it will check if the object is null, then in that case it will simply skip this part. If it is not null, then only it will show this message. Okay, now save it and refresh it. So you can see application looks like perfect, right? Console is also not throwing any error, though if we click on this button, it will do nothing. Why? Because we are not able to access that service logic, because that service is not providing it at the root level. But the good thing here is, it is not breaking our application. That means it is working perfectly, and that is the reason we utilize the optional decorator. Okay, so I hope this session is clear to all of you, and if you have any queries, questions, suggestion related to this, please reach out to me through comment section. I will be more than happy to answer you all. So yeah, that's all today for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.